Welcome to Weber Human Services Telehealth Training. Telehealth services allow a provider to meet with a client online via the use of a camera on a smartphone, tablet, or computer. Our services are managed by the Utah Telehealth Network and are accessed via the website you see here. This site meets the HIPAA requirements for use of telehealth services. Telehealth services can only be provided to a client who lives within the state where you are licensed. If a client leaves the state, even for vacation, the law prohibits you from providing services to them. It is important that both you and the client are using one of the following web browsers: Microsoft Edge, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, or Safari for Apple devices. It is recommended that you have at least two of these browsers installed on your device in case one stops working temporarily. To access the website, go to join.weberhs.org. In the middle of the page, you see Sign In as well as Join Meeting. Sign In is for providers, while Join Meeting is for clients. Let's click on the Sign In button. At this point, you will need to enter your username and password. The username is your email address along with join. As you see here. The password is the same one you use to log in to your work computer or email and will be updated automatically when your password is updated on your computer or email. Next, click on Sign In. Here you see your clinic space. Think of this space like a doctor's clinic. The doctor goes from room to room to meet with patients. In this area, we will be doing the same thing. Notice that on the left side there are two rooms already set up for clients named Jasmine and John. Each room is individually created for a client, and access to that room can only be made by those who have permission. To set up a room for a client, click on the Meet button in the upper left-hand corner. Next, click on Create Space. Enter in the client's first name as listed on their Weber Human Services chart, as well as the first letter of their last name. This is followed by the first 3 digits of their client ID number. In the case that a client has fewer than 4 digits to their client ID, we will add zeros at the beginning. For example, if the client's ID is 21, we would recognize it as 0021. And in the case of Jose, we would have listed his first 3 digits as 002. The reason for 4 digits will be evident in just a moment. Now, click on Create. Now you see Jose's room listed to the left of the screen. It is highlighted in blue. As you notice, his name is listed on the top part of the screen. Next to his name is a button with a pencil. Click on it. Partway down the screen is the box to enter in the passcode. This is an 8-digit number that the client will use when they log into their room. The passcode is generated by using the last 4 digits of the client's ID, as well as their year of birth. In Jose's case, his client ID is 21734, and his birth date is 1981. To view the passcode as you type it in, click on the image of an eye in that box. Now, click Save. Jose's room is now ready to be used. I need to give this information to Jose so he can log in to meet with me. There are multiple methods for doing this. The first method is to click on the Invite button in the upper right corner of the screen and then choose Send Email. This email was generated by the system using the Microsoft Outlook program. If you do not have Microsoft Outlook on your device, instead of clicking on Send Email, you can click on Copy Invitation and paste the information into an email. Notice the link in the email. When a client clicks on it, they will be taken to the page where they can log in using their passcode. At the end of the link is a 9-digit number. This is the client's meeting ID, which is similar to a username. You will also notice that the passcode I created is not listed in this email. To maintain HIPAA standards, we cannot include the passcode in the same set of information as the meeting ID. To give Jose his passcode, I will need to use an alternative method, such as calling him or giving it to him on a piece of paper. When sending this email, it is okay not to use the secure colon that is often used in the subject line. In addition, if you wish to not let your client know your email address, the written version of the telehealth tutorial explains how you can get and set up an additional email address from the IT department. An alternative to sending an email is to explain to the client how to access the website, click on Join Meeting, and enter in their meeting ID and passcode. Please do not include the meeting ID and passcode on the same document, such as a piece of paper that you might give to them. Once the client logs in to the website, they will be asked to enter in their name. They then join Click Meeting. The client will be taken to this page where they will be asked to allow access to their camera and microphone. It is important that they allow access. On this screen, they can modify their video image or microphone settings. For clients using a phone, they are encouraged to change the video setting to their front-facing camera. Once modifications have been made, the client will click on Join Meeting one more time. The client is now in the virtual therapy room waiting to meet with the provider. They can change their camera or microphone settings in this page by tapping on the screen. When the meeting is over, the client will tap on the screen and click on the red X at the bottom of the screen. This will log them out of the system. As I return to my clinic room, I see that Jose is logged in for his appointment. This is recognized by his name now being moved to the top of the list and from the recent category to the in progress category. Notice the small circle indicating the number of people signed into that room. Let's enter the room to meet with him. This is done by clicking on his name in the in progress section and then clicking on the Join Meeting button in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. Once in this room, you can meet with the client. There are many options available to you in here. To access most of them, you will need to click or tap on the screen. The camera and microphone icons on the bottom of the screen let you stop the video feed or mute your microphone. To turn them back on, tap again on the icon. To adjust your camera or microphone settings, click on the star button. Tap on it again when you are done with the adjustments. Next to the microphone is a screen sharing button that allows you to share with the client what is on your screen. You can also write to your client by clicking on the chat button on the right side of the page. There are two ways to get out of this room. The back button will take you back to the clinic space. However, your client can still see you. Choosing the back button is helpful to see if your next client is waiting for you. To get back to seeing your client again, choose Return to Meeting in the right-hand corner. To actually leave the virtual therapy room, you need to click on the red X at the bottom of the screen in the room where you have been meeting with the client. To log out of the website, once you are in the clinic space, click on the star button and then click on Log Out. Writing a progress note for a telehealth appointment is the same as a normal face-to-face appointment, with the exception of two things. The service location is the location where you are, not the client. Also, there is a checkbox that needs to be checked for telehealth services. Here are some troubleshooting tips to assist you in helping your client with connection problems. In addition to this information, which is found in the written version of the telehealth tutorial, you can find information about how to set up group or family therapy rooms, as well as other information not covered in this video. Thank you for attending this training. For additional help, please contact your customer care representative.